Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game
all your
started.
home games your first two games was away because I saw on YouTube that nothing happened the first 2 weeks. So I made every
Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game.
Oh, okay. I know everybody playing last time, but I ain't had no visits week 6 or so.
Fielded in the end zone.
I made the away game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Syracuse's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Now they'll run the draw. Dances away from one. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
I think I'm getting pretty good. I think I'm second best defense.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short
gain.
They
just one position.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
Hella stats. Should be nobody.
Williams looking for a man. Coming after him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Turns it loose deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Syracuse. I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question. Nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Here's the handoff. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
On Xbox?
They run the reverse.
I didn't know you could do that. I'm not do that.
At the 40, there he goes.
He's giving me some
Just
game.
what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, it's a reverse. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. With jet sweep pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dan, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
It was made after the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Right back to the well. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point is good. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Woodhead.
So, this is a 50, 55.
Imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Makes the grab. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding them. Nice catch.
Fires on the move. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
We get to a little range.
A little screen to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. A new set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. They stripped it out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
So now we got to have play in the
just
range,
the
yo.
impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. I think it was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what's...
Snatches it on the run. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They knock him down right there. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way.
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. This offense has a second down play. They'll leave it with the lone back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running?
Afterburners coming. He's at the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Northwestern. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dances away from 1. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. A 3rd and long coming up here. Williams will pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cuse.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
It's a reverse. And tackled there by the defense. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down. That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
A nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. It takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
It's a reverse. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll take a shot. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford! The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 78 yards down the field, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clock reads 11 seconds here in the first half. We'll see if they're content to regroup at halftime. Out of the gun, they give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First down here for the offense. They'll open the second half on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They run the reverse. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He leaves it with the back. What a good run. Enough for the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Williams looking for a man. It's complete on the right side. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads it left. And they can't make the connection.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Wide out in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Stanford! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
35, Syracuse, 14.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Williams will pass. Gets open down the middle. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Get set.
Using his legs, it's Willis. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll go with a direct snap. And stampeding through the defense. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. 3rd and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Williams looking for a man. Getting some heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lets one fly deep. And he makes the catch at the 25. Touchdown, Cardinal! And the beatdown has ensued. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Yeah, salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 4 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. The ball pops out. And the defense has it. They're going the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Off-play action on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the air, trying to get to him. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area. They forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Stanford! And the pummeling has started. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Woodhead. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Williams will pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And as As a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Cardinal! And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Williams looking for a man. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
4-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they got him for the sack. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to take the top off. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Syracuse doing business in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They're trying to get to it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching...
Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Going up top on 1st down. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot, and guys, they answered the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this one, David, because of the rankings, but man, they were easily the better team today.
Well, and I get that nameless, faceless, but when you play a ranked team, it gets your blood going a little bit, and you could tell they were ready to make a statement. Played a good squad. They made them look like they weren't a good squad, proving why they're ranked so high.
They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Jones. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. At the 30. The 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Orange.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense is...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I think you do.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. First down here for the offense. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Easy. Roll it.
Williams will pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. One more play to pad the stats. He wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
Get out of the way.
He'll try to take it back.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular